This jury has spent 7 hours a day reviewing evidence, re-listening to testimony, and debating. Did Pedro Hernandez kidnap and kill 6-year-old Eitan Patz? Today, they said they couldn't come to a clear decision. They heard 10 weeks of testimony, everyone from Eitan's mother, Julie, to Hernandez's brother-in-law, who worked at the Soho bodega when Eitan disappeared in 1979.
It was something to cover me and squeezing more and more.
Jurors even heard Pedro Hernandez confess to cops in 2012 that he lured the young boy into the basement of the bodega with promises of a soda, then strangled him, putting him in a box and discarding his body 2 blocks away. But Hernandez's lawyers argue he's delusional, mentally ill, and made the story up.
This case right now is, as far as we're concerned, a jury that cannot decide this case.
Despite the defense's motion for a mistrial, the judge gave the jury the so-called Allen charge, urging them to go back to deliberations and try to make a unanimous decision.
To charge them that they should go back and do what they've been doing is coercive, and that's why we moved for a mistrial.
The judge told the jury, "I don't think you've considered this case long enough," and noted, "You spent the first hour of deliberations eating birthday cake." After an hour at lunch, the jury shot back, telling the judge in a note they only ate cake that day after they were excused. Nonetheless, they will rehear closing arguments from both sides Thursday and Friday and give a unanimous decision another go. Now, the prosecution has declined comment throughout this case, but attorneys on both sides gave very persuasive closing arguments, which the jury will rehear beginning tomorrow. Maurice and Christine.
It was interesting how they shot back at the judge there.
They did. They weren't taking that.
Well, you've always noted how smart this jury is.
Very smart.
So tomorrow marks day 12 of deliberations. Does that set any sort of precedent?
Almost. Back in 2003, there was a Bronx jury in the case of Jose Pizarro. They deliberated for 13 days, eventually convicted him of stabbing and shooting 3 men. But here's the difference. The jury in that case, they were sequestered. So they deliberated for very lengthy periods of time. This jury has not been sequestered, has not deliberated on weekends, and has deliberated, although it's not a ton, 7 hours a day. Yeah. So a little bit shorter.
This is rare. I mean, tension with the judge, this length of time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
These jurors have been at it since January.
You bet.
Yeah.
All right, we'll stay tuned.
Thank you.
All right, a little more for you now on exactly what those Allen charges is that the judge gave to the jury today. That's the instruction that a judge gives a deadlocked jury, encouraging the members to keep deliberating. Some states have outlawed Allen charges on the premise that the instructions might cause some jurors to change their minds. And in this case, the Hernandez defense has already said that if there is a conviction, it will argue that the Allen charge is cause for an appeal.
New at 5 now, a New Jersey man is back home.